Hello and welcome to the Shaken Up Show Playing Away, episode 7. This evening's guest is club secretary of the hosts for our final pre-season game at Ramsbottom United this weekend. You may notice that it looks like we're in a different place. We're actually not. It's just so hot that I've not put the backdrop up or the studio lights this evening. I just wanted to get the interview done for you. I think I'm still melting from Chester at the weekend. But enough about me. Tony, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, first things first, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at the club and how you got involved?
Yeah, well, Tony Cunningham, I'm the secretary at Ramsbottom United, a lifelong Bury fan, but I've also been a lifelong non-league fan for me. Early days at Prestwich Hayes, quite 8 or 9 years at Mosley, a very brief and not particularly enjoyable spell at Rosendale United. But I've been following Ramsbottom alongside Bury for the last 25 years. And gradually I've got more and more involved in match reports, the PA job, becoming vice secretary. And then I became the secretary about 7 or 8 years ago. And I thoroughly enjoy it.
Fantastic. And for those that don't know, not that anyone shouldn't know because it's in the name, where are Ramsbottom United and what's the stadium called?
Well, the stadium is called the Harry Williams Riverside Stadium. This is named after our chairman who founded the club in 1966, and he's still chairman 55 years later, which must be some sort of record. And the ground is situated literally in the town centre, next to the railway station, adjacent to the Ramsbottom Cricket Club.
Fantastic. And that's a really interesting fact about the ground being named after the first chairman, did you say?
The only chairman.
The only chairman. Are there any other interesting facts about the club that the fans might want to know that are akin to that?
Yeah, well, those who there will be some Bury fans who've been to Ramsbottom over the years, but those who have never been before, I think they'll enjoy the ground. It's a nice, pleasant non-league stadium, a nice setting and everything. And a couple of years ago, there was a poll out for which is a favourite visiting ground for away fans. And I'm delighted to say Ramsbottom United was voted as the favourite ground for spectators to visit. So it's a pleasant place for anybody who's not actually been up to the ground before.
Excellent. And I can hold my hands up and say I've never been, so I'm looking forward to visiting. Oh,
right. Very good. We'll look forward to seeing you then on Saturday.
The next question I've got is one that I caused a bit of a stir with online because I put a tweet out teasing our game before we announced it, saying with a ram emoji saying game announcement coming up soon, and all the Derby County fans in the land got excited. So can you tell us what the club's nickname is?
It's the Rams, and I think Derby County pinched it off us.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it? Okay, so we've had a couple of really rubbish years, really. Well, 3 rubbish years if you put it in football terms. With COVID, we've only had to endure one of them, and it was highly, highly disappointing the way that it ended. Yes. But in your last sort of full league year, how were you doing? Where were you? How was it going?
Well, the last full season was a superb season. We started slowly. We got into our stride. We got to the last 16 of the FA Trophy, which is non-league's main knockout competition. We beat Weymouth away. We had AFC filed at Ramsbottom in what, in my opinion, was the best game I have ever seen in all my life. And it finished 5 apiece on a horrible night. What a game of football that was. Come the end of the season, we got into the playoffs. Unfortunately, our local rivals, Radcliffe, knocked us out. So we just missed out on promotion that season. The next season, we were second in the league with 3 games in hand on the leaders, when, of course, it was null and void. And last season, when it was stopped, we played about 8 matches, and again, we were second in the table. So we've had 3 seasons when really we've been up for promotion, and we've missed out on every time. 2 of the occasions out of our hands, unfortunately, because of COVID. So we've had 3 very good seasons football-wise. What we need to do now is to make this 4th season actually promotion season, which is what we're aiming to do.
Fingers crossed. I'm sure it'll come off for you. Okay, so what can the fans expect from a day trip out to the Harry Williams then, experience-wise?
I think it'll be a very pleasant place to go for the Bury fans. A lot of them will be getting used to the non-league League C now, which I've been involved in for many, many years. The camaraderie at non-league level is lovely, and they'll find us at Rams Bottom as well. It's a lovely little ground, nice setup. They'll be well looked after. I just would ask that they don't leave it until 10 to 3 or 5 to 3 to get there, because it's pay on the gates. We're not doing tickets or anything. I'd ask them to get there a little bit earlier than they normally would to make sure there's no last-minute crowds. But I think they'll enjoy the experience because it's a nice setup, and hopefully they'll go away thinking, we can come back again when Bury's not playing and watch Rami play.
Definitely, and the extra special bit that we've arranged for the day is the East Lancs. We're going to put a special train on, and I think the last train is delaying its departure from Ramsbottom to allow the fans to get back, and there's a code that can be used for that, for both Bury and Rami fans to get discount on the tickets for the day, and I'll put that in the description under the video, which we'll share before the game. So, getting onto the football, What sort of football should we expect from a Rami side then?
It's been very entertaining the last 3 seasons under Chris Wilcock. The football's been excellent quality, as our results have probably proven. We're playing nice attacking football, good quality football, and I'm sure Bury will be doing exactly the same on Saturday. So it should be a good open game, plenty of goals hopefully, and plenty of good entertainment.
No, definitely attacking football. Apart from the ones that we know, Tom Kennedy. Who else should the Bury fans be looking out for on Saturday?
They've also got somebody called Richard Baker, who most of them will remember from his time at Bury as well. Apart from that, I'm not going to let you know of any other Ramsbottom players in case Bury decide to pinch them. So we'll keep that to ourselves.
It's always the same. So what sort of football are you expecting from a Bury AFC side coming up to Rami for the first time?
Well, I've never seen them, but I'm sure that the manager's got them playing some decent quality football. The fans who will have seen football at this level already will know that it's not kick and rush. It is good quality football. And I'm sure that Bury will be playing the same as we will on Saturday, which should mean for quite a pleasant open game. So let's hope that's how it turns out.
Definitely, and there's probably a few familiar faces in our squad that the Rami fans will remember.
Greg Daniels will be one, I think.
Has Scott Metcalf ever come across Ramsbottom, or have you ever come across Scott Metcalf? I think
he
was at Radcliffe for a bit.
Right.
Yeah. Greg had a stormer against Chester on Saturday. If anyone wants to go and watch the highlights from that, he's just such a
good player, Greg.
Wow, he just runs and runs and runs and runs. We said the first few times we saw him, he reminds me of a bit of a fitter Tom Pope.
Right.
Wins the ball and gets it in for Greavesy to put it in the back of the net.
He's a very clever player. He does shield the ball well. He shields the opponents well. And he had a bad injury at Ramsbottom, which finished him off at our place. But what a good player he is.
He's fantastic. And he's a nice lad as well. My final question for you, Tony. The one that nobody likes answering is, what is your score prediction for Saturday's game?
Not a clue. 5 apiece will do, mate. I'll tell you. Let's be honest. That this time of year, the results don't really matter. It's all about fitness and way of playing and tactics and all the rest of it. At the end of it, we'll just enjoy 90 minutes. Whoever loses, it doesn't really matter. If it's a draw, everybody's happy.
Exactly, and it's our first of many, hopefully, trips up to Rami over the coming pre-seasons, and then hopefully we might catch you up.
Hope so.
We might catch you up one day, hopefully.
Yes, well, yes. I hope that's as a result of us both getting promoted and no relegation.
No, we're all going to go up. You're going to wait, and then we're going to go up together.
We are indeed. That'll do.
It's been a pleasure having you on, Tony. Thank you very much. And I will hopefully see you on Saturday.
My pleasure.
Huge thanks for Tony from Ramsbottom for coming on the show this evening and telling us all about what to expect this weekend in our last friendly at Rami United. If you want your tickets, I'll put a link below for the East Lancs Railway. The game, of course, is pay on the gate. There will be no tickets available. But if you want to make it a little bit more special, you can get the East Lancs Railway, and there's a discount code to get it a little bit cheaper for you Bury fans. Talking about tickets, season tickets are now on sale. Get yours quick. Ilkley tickets are on sale for our first league game of the campaign. I will drop a link in below, although I don't think there are many left. And shirts are on sale at shop.buryafc.uk. I'll put that link in the description too. But I'm going to go now and sit in front of my fan and hopefully see you at Rammy on Saturday.